and Meg is here now with sports, and I wish I had a chance to go down to Northlands. I have a nice hat I could have worn for the Derby, but darn.
That's what it's all about, fancy hats, fast horses, and
exactly.
A lot of people down at Derby Day today.
Oh, there was a ton of people. $300,000 up for grabs for the 11 horses in the field. Should have been 12, but Treasured Kitten was scratched, as you saw right here on CTV. They went to the gate just before 4, itching to go 11 long furlongs.
We're ready, and it's post time, and they're off. First call in the Derby goes to...
And it's Call Me Later taking the early lead in front of the grandstand. Another huge crowd on hand for this beautiful day of racing. 1 mile and 3/8 the distance. Let's go back to Sugar Doyle and the call down the backstretch.
Down the backside, all chasing, line change. Fleet Attack is second. Third goes the Grey Freedom's Traveler. Set by the Angels now into that far turn. Freedom's Traveler takes over. Freedom's Traveler, Zentano for Connecta. They've got it by 5. Northern Indies looking like second best today. Freedom's Traveler, Zentano wins the Derby.
At 6-1, Freedom's Traveler and jockey Rafael Zenteno get it done to win $180,000. The champion's first trainer was Barry Brown, who lost his battle with cancer earlier this year.
Sorry, it is by far unbelievable, but it was him. I said, you got to win today. We got to do it today, and he did. It was phenomenal.
We miss Barry.
He's been so proud of all of us right now, but it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good.
And here's the payout from the Derby. Freedom's Traveler pays $12.90 to win. Northern Indy was second, followed by the favored Line Change. How about that $2 triactor? Almost $800. What a perfect time for the Edmonton Eskimos to get as far away as possible from Commonwealth Stadium. Same goes for the fans who had to sit through that collective stinker of an effort. As for the head coach, sure, it's a bye week, but he isn't going anywhere.
I work harder. That's plain and simply it. I work harder. I'm not going to take away days from those guys. Those guys merit being off. It's a very long season, but I have to work harder. I have to do the things that are necessary to get this team back on pace. And having them here extra days will not change anything. Kavis has to work harder.
What he'll be working on alongside General Manager Eric Tillman is an offense still completely out of sync. That's sure to make every single offensive lineman a little bit nervous.
That's something during this break I'm going to seriously and very carefully look at. It has to be addressed. I can't sugarcoat it anymore. We have to do some things to get better there. We absolutely have to.
What was missing on the O-line tonight?
I wish I knew. I don't know. I got no answers right now.
Here's some good news. The Labor Day Classic in Calgary is 16 long days away, so the Eskimos will have receivers Adarius Bowman and Marcus Henry back in the lineup. Here's hoping that will actually open up the now forgotten run attack. 38 measly yards last night.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, I mean, like, so we just go back now with drawing board and try to regroup.
It's going to be a big drawing board.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. So, at the same time, you know, we got to get it together. We got to come together. The running game, we got to get the running back. We got to.
Greg Marshall had a chance to speak today after being fired as the Saskatchewan Roughriders head coach.
Well, if you're going to make a decision, you might as well make it, you know, sooner than later. Like I said, was I surprised? Yes.
Marshall was let go after getting the club off to a 1-7 start. Vice President of Football Operations and former bench boss for the Riders, Ken Miller, now takes the helm as the head coach. He previously led the team to 2 straight Grey Cup appearances.
How hard was it to establish yourself as the boss when the old boss was still hanging around?
I think maybe the events of the last day may explain your question.
Heavy hearts in Crow's Nest Pass today as former NHLer Rick Rippon was laid to rest. Close to 1,000 people were in attendance at the arena where the scrappy forward played his minor hockey. Ripon died suddenly in his southern Alberta home earlier this week after struggling for years with depression. The 27-year-old had signed on to play with Winnipeg this upcoming season after 6 years as a Canuck. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman expects the league to review its substance abuse and behavioral health program after the deaths of Ripon and enforcer Derek Bugard in May. Former Oilers captain Ethan Morrow is now a Los Angeles King. The free agent signed a one-year deal today worth $600,000. The 35-year-old played 37 games last season for the Columbus Blue Jackets, where he had 1 goal and 5 assists. The deal is contingent on Morrow passing a physical on Monday. Over to the PGA, third round of the Wyndham Championship, 15th hole. Carl Pedersen with a gorgeous tee shot on the par 3. And a birdie will move him from 34 spots back to tie for the lead at 12 under. After a short weather delay, Tommy Gainey maintains his lead with a nice touch around the green. Par putt keeps him at 12 under. He finishes at 13 under. Ernie Els at 11 under on the 11th. The Big Easy places it within a couple feet and would sink the par putt. He finished at 10 under. Webb Simpson had 4 birdies and an eagle in the last 6 holes to finish as your solo leader at 15 under. The Canadian men's basketball team featuring Jordan Baker of the U of A is 1 win away from a medal at the 26th Summer Universiade. They beat Romania 71-58 in the quarterfinal today. The Canadian men's volleyball team will fight for their 3rd all-time medal on Monday after falling 3-1 to Ukraine in the semifinal.
Big salad coming up.
TSN's Craft Celebration Tour rolled into Devon today with the first stop being at the famous Florida Pizza Restaurant. There was no hesitation for Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole to get in the kitchen.
What happened is we tweeted Jay and Dan up and told them, hey, come to Float By, we'll get you guys some food. And they tweeted us back, saying, make sure you watch the show tonight. We got a response on the show, and then it's cool to see them here live. Pretty cool.
It's gonna be tasty. You don't look like you believe me, but you will. You will.
And Devon will be awarded $25,000 for their new bike park.
Were they doing, was it, you know, the original flipping the pizza? I didn't see any of the dough going
they were
out.
just making salad.
I don't know if we would want their hands in our pizza.
Maybe salad's good, a healthier option,
Yeah.
right? All right, thanks, Meg.
Thanks, Meg.
Thanks.